Yeah, starting it off with some Journey. I'm an 80s kid. I love that old shit. Okay. So, anyway, how are you doing? Hope you guys are having a healthy week. Hopefully, that's a little too loud here. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right out there in YouTube land. So this is the current bar that I finished. And yeah, rocking and rolling. So hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Hopefully you're staying healthy and alive out there during all of this crazy coronavirus stuff. Loud and clear, sweet, okay, cool. So, as I think the title of this live stream says, membership giveaway. So, as you guys may or may not know, I have a correlating website to this YouTube channel called bartendingblueprint.com. And it's basically all these videos that I've made over the years and kind of some extended versions of some of those, and they're kind of put together in the logical sequence of if you went through them, if you wanted to be trained as a professional bartender. And I've had that up for a long time and I've sold it for, you know, not a lot of money, anywhere from 17 to, you know, 35 bucks or so. Anyway, because of all this crazy coronavirus shit, I wanted to try to figure out a way that I can give back to you guys, give back to everybody out there in the world. I know that the service industry right now is getting hammered, and this is a terrible time really to kind of be in that industry. Most of the people that I know that are in that industry have been laid off or furloughed, with places saying that they're going to take them back. But anyway, they're out of work, most of them, so it's a tough time. However, basically I wanted to offer that membership on that website for free. So it's just another way that I can give back and do a little bit to help you guys. So if you go to the bartendingblueprint.com website, you can see pretty, you know, I put a link right on the home page, and then on the navigation there's, let me see here if I can, so let me pull it up so I'm saying this properly. So yeah, right on the home page, there's, in the navigation it says professional course, and in the drop down it says enroll, and it's free. It says enroll for free. Or if you go under the free lessons, it says also the full BB Pro course, which is the full Bartending Blueprint full course. So that is my continued and renewed, I guess renewed, it's just my current iteration of trying to do something for you guys. So I'm going to be giving that away for free. I've been thinking about doing this for a while anyway, and I've never made a shitload of money with that thing. That was never really the goal. You know, I made enough to kind of take my wife out to dinner once or twice a month, and that was kind of about it. So it will cost me a little bit of money, but at the same time, it was never anything that I was like counting on for my income. It's always just sort of been like a fun side hustle. And the YouTube part of it sort of has become a bigger monster in its own thing. So I'm gonna give this away for free for now to help everybody, and probably just leave it that way forever. There is, on the page where you would traditionally pay for the course, there's an option if you want to go on and donate. There's like $10, $20, or $30 options. If you feel that you've gone through the course and you're like, this was fucking awesome, and you start working and you make a bunch of money and you want to give me a tip in my tip jar, then you can come back and do that. Otherwise, there it is. It's for you. Take it, use it, learn, and I hope it helps you get a job. So with that being said, Shake, what up? Welcome to the show, my man. And yeah, so cool. So there you go. So bartendingblueprint.com membership is now free for for you guys to help you out during this crazy coronavirus shit going on. So that's the big announcement. I want to get that out of the way right now. And yeah, so now we can just get to the rest of the show. So I will have a new video coming out this week that will basically announce that. So you'll see that popping up soon. But I also have the bar built again. So I am now officially pumping out new videos once again. So, okay, let's get to some questions here. First one was Derek Logan. What's your hardest drink that you made as a bartender, and what would you want to make besides the basics? Hardest drink. I don't know if there is like a hardest drink. I think the hardest ones are the ones that are slow if you're busy, or if you are making it and you spill it, or the customer spills it and you have to remake it. Anything that kind of takes you out of your flow of what you're doing. I don't really think there's anything hard about any drink that you're gonna make. I think that, I don't know, I mean, you prep, like a lot of the, especially the real crafty cocktails, the prep for if you're hand making your syrups and you know, bitters, concoctions, or tinctures, or anything like that, that's going to be more of the work on the front end. The precision of it may be delicate, which you have to kind of pay attention to, but I wouldn't say there's nothing in this job that's really difficult other than dealing with people when they're just being really shitty. So the hardest drink, I can't really answer that. They're not really hard once you get down to them. There's not really anything difficult about it. If you get stumped on something, you can just look it up. So, and then what would you want to make besides the basics? Whatever the customer wants. Because again, and I've said this a million times, and I'll continue to hammer this home because it's still a huge misconception, is like, this isn't about us. This isn't about what we know. This isn't about how cool our skills are necessarily. It's about the customer. What do they want? Because whatever they want, that's the best drink in the world. And as long as you keep that in mind, then you'll do really well. And you'll understand what is important in this whole thing. So I know that doesn't straight answer your question, and that's because in my opinion you're kind of asking the wrong questions. So not that you're asking the wrong questions. There's no such thing as a bad question, but my point is don't get caught up in worrying about the drink stuff. Focus more on the experience of the customer, which sure, that's getting a drink, but like that takes, you know, 30 seconds to a minute or two or 5, you know, at the most. If it's a really in-depth drink, not even 5 minutes, you know, a couple of minutes. And they're going to be there for an hour or 2 or 3. So those drinks are just a few minutes within a long span of time, within an experience that they're at your establishment. And so the rest of the stuff around it is really what makes up the bulk of what your bartending is. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. That doesn't discourage you. Work on your knowledge, work on your professionalism, but understand what the real important stuff of all this is, which is the customer and their experience. And it's the human interaction part of this whole thing that really makes you a good bartender. Because if you're great at making cocktails, but you suck at customer service, you're going to be a shitty bartender. And likewise, if you're great at customer service and your cocktails aren't that great, you're going to be a good bartender. The best bartender I know, this guy that I work with, he was a fucking shit cocktail. Like, his drinks were sloppy. Everybody loved them because they're really fucking strong. Like, when in doubt, make it strong if you can. And that fixes everything, right? So he was pretty sloppy in his technique, terribly sloppy in his technique, but the guy was just the most charismatic, and you know, people would come in just to hang out with him because he was just had a lot of energy and he was fun to talk to just about life. And he was the best in terms of bringing customers in on the regular basis. He was the best bartender in our bar, but definitely one of the worst in terms of his technique and cocktail making. So from a business standpoint, because remember, this whole thing about us being bartenders isn't just an isolated thing. This is us working within the framework of a larger business, and we have to understand what our point and what we're really there to do, which is create fun, unique experiences so people want to come back. And so that's like this guy Ryan that I worked with, just super outgoing, charismatic dude. That was the best bartender in our place in terms of business coming in. So anyway, that hammers that home. All right, so what do we got here? Let me get back up, make sure I don't miss any questions because they kind of scroll up when I jump down. Fitzgerald Rios, having Desperados beer with my friend Landon. Landon Bones, shout out to him. Landon Bones, is that right? Landon Bones, what up, brother? Hanging out with Fitzgerald Rios. Desperados, Crazy Christy likes that. Let's see, DJ, you're very welcome. Glad you guys take advantage. Anthony Sawyer, very welcome. Let's see, Sam Mass, can you play the song Dirty Negro? It's by Mike Hunt. That is a dirty thing to say, Sam Mass. I love, you know, the 5-year-old humor. Ladies that are watching, remember, when you get a man, if that's your preference on your partners in life, the inner 5-year-old will never die. The stupid jokes and childish humor shit, man, that's what keeps us going. So there you go, Sam. Threw that one out for you. Good job, buddy. Phil Madby, Jesus Kaleo. Wait, let me say that. Madby, Jesus Kaleo. Kiss for Brazil. Brazil in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Logan, gotcha. Sweet. G.J. Johnson, MVP, thank you. No, you guys are the MVPs. You guys are the ones out there doing it. Anthony Sawyer, just got a job bussing at Sierra Nevada. Any tips on how to move my way up quick? Like Sierra Nevada, the micro brewery, or I guess the macro brewery. Yes, I have a whole Shake, maybe you can grab a link to that, moving up into a bartender from other positions video that talks about basically what you need to do is kind of like I was just talking about, how this is, your bartending is not within its own siloed thing, right? It's not just you bartending, you're part of a whole business. So if you can understand the whole business or look at it in a comprehensive way and understand how we fit into that picture, and then you can articulate that to your boss that you understand that, then that's something that's unique and you don't see a lot of people talking about. So basically, for you, really, when you're starting as a busser, just do a good job. Show up, be punctual, which, you know, modern punctual, like don't be late. You want to be willing to help out, be a team player. If you can pick up shifts, pick up shifts. Don't let people take advantage of you, but definitely be a team player and help out. And let them know your intentions. So you're already hired. And I always tell people, like, even if you're getting hired for another job, say like, I'm stoked to get in here and start bussing. When you get to that point in the interview, you're like, is there anything else you want to say or ask us about? It's like, yeah, super stoked to get in here and start working. Just want to let you know, like, eventually someday I would love to earn my way into a bartending position. And then that's where you can kind of sprinkle in. It's like, I understand. If they ask you, it's like, well, what do you know about bartending? It's like, well, I'm working on it. I do know that it's super important for the customer experience and that how we fit into a business and yada, yada, yada. So I have a whole video about that. See if Shake's going to grab a link for you. And being kind of the squeaky wheel. So just reminding them, the owners, the managers, your GM, whoever you can as high up the chain as possible. Usually it's going to be your GM, your general manager, that you're going to be talking to about this, and just letting them know. It's like, hey, stoked. And don't drop it your first day, and you can, but like, you know, get in, start working, show them that you have a good work ethic and that you're a team player and that you're positive, happy-go-lucky person. Hopefully that's the way you are. If not, then play that role when you're in your job place. And just let them know, it's like, hey, I would love to be a bartender someday. Or move up to, you know, looking at bar back or whatever the next kind of step is. So from an entry-level position like a busser, the next best thing is probably going to be a bar back if they have them, or just straight in a bartender. Once you're a bar back, you're half a step away from being a bartender. So I would say to just be a team player, be positive, be a reliable person, and then let them know, right? Continue to remind them. And eventually, like if you get a job somewhere, it's only a matter of time before you'll get an opportunity to move into a job. And most places are going to want to promote from within. It's just good business, keeps your employees happy and motivated when they see that type of thing happening. So you'll definitely get an opportunity at some point. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Crazy Christy, are you working, Jason, during these crazy times? Yeah, so, oh, Shake's got the connection issue. So let me see if I can grab that link to. Let's see if I can. Let's see here. Let's go to. Open this in another window and grab this video. Usually that's why I have Shake on here helping me out, but I know he's had a little bit of technical difficulties with his internet. Promoted. Let me see if I can grab that getting promoted video. I think that's what I call barback. Getting promoted to bartender. Okay, here we go. So this is a good one here. Hang tight. Let me grab this link. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is for you, Mr. Anthony Sawyer. Take a look at that one. Actually, I don't want to listen to Queen right now, or Red Hot Chili Peppers, or Fleetwood Mac. A little grammatic. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Crazy Christy, are you working during these times? That's what we're doing. Yes. So, as you guys may or may not have heard, I've moved actually out of the bar industry into a director of marketing role at a cannabis company up here in Oregon. So, good buddies of mine, this is where I grew up, so I technically came home for this job. I've been looking at this industry for a long time, and it was just a perfect storm of opportunities. So, I am working, but not in the bartending world. I'm just keeping in touch with the bartending world through you guys, through this channel, through the website, bartendingblueprint.com. So I'm lucky enough that I work in sort of the digital space where, you know, we're doing, you know, I do all of our marketing stuff for this company. And we're one of the industries that has been able to, that has been deemed essential because of the, you know, medical patient element of it. And so yes, I'm, you know, lucky enough to be working, and because it's all digital online, you know, I'm on my computer and shit and making videos and pictures and digital media and stuff, I can do it from home. So I'm very lucky, so I'm very grateful. And then I'm working for you guys, making these, doing these videos, doing these live streams. So, but I know a lot of people are having a hard time. Remember that checks are coming from the government, hopefully soon. And then you can go to the U.S. Bartenders Guild, USBGT. Let me get that. gtfoundation.org. usbgfoundation.org. A lot of you guys, or some of you guys, might not be able to do this because you need to have at least a year of experience to get these. But for those of you that have, these guys are giving up to $2,500 grants for bartenders that are out of work. So I'll put that link right there. You guys go check that out and apply to that if that's possible. And I know that'll help some people. I know it's helping a lot of people. I know a couple of people that have gotten that. So, all right. Crazy Christy, Anthony, do the best job you can. Your hard work will pay off. Let them know you're too legit to quit. I like that. Turnt Snocko X, my man Turnt. On an 8-week vacation from bartending, it will be a weird feeling being behind the bar again. It is. When I was still in the bar, my wife, I don't know if you guys know that, but anyway, my wife was or is a yoga teacher, and we have her little side hustle business is that we do yoga retreats, and we take groups down to Indonesia. We haven't done it, we didn't do it in the last year, but the last almost 10 years before that, every year we would take a group down to Bali for a yoga vacation, basically a yoga retreat. And one of the things I love about this industry is that I would be able to take off about a month to go do that every year. Anywhere from 2 weeks was the shortest one to 3 months was the longest one. So that's another thing that's fucking awesome about this job is there's not many industries, especially in America, that you can do that and still keep your job. But yeah, to your point, Turn, you'd be down there for a month and you fully get into like the island vibe, and your pace of life just slows way down. And man, it's nice. And you come back and you're so just relaxed and chilled out and shit, and doing a bunch of yoga and surfing and shit. It's great. But you jump behind the bar again and it's like, okay, you're supposed to be in a 5th gear pinned right out of the gates. It's tough. But then, within an hour you're back in the groove and everything loosens back up like it was. So you be all right, Trent. Anthony Sawyer says thank you. Yeah, it's a brewery. Super stoked. I made my intentions known. Nice. Good for you. That's all you really got to do. Okay. There's some random stuff on this playlist. Oh no, you the baller, Anthony. Laura Serrano, hello. Crazy Christie says, would it be better to try to start in a different position and work your way up, get to know the place and earn your position? I say if you can jump straight into bartending, then do that, right? But there is benefit in working your way up from other positions and working in as many positions as you can. Like over my career as a bartender, like just bartending, 15, 16 years behind the stick. But on the way to that, I worked as a busboy, as a dishwasher, as a prep cook, as a food runner, expediter, as a host, and a waiter, right? So that gave me, and I didn't do any of those for a super long time because I had the opportunity to get into the bars quick, pretty quick. But doing those other, and sometimes I would do those while I was also bartending, I was kind of playing double duties on a lot of that stuff. Understanding and working in each of those positions just makes your knowledge of the industry better. And really, if you're somebody that wants to get into this industry and someday has aspirations of owning their own bar or owning their own restaurant, you really should work in every single one of those positions so that when you're running your own business, you understand what it's like. But likewise, even if you're just, the goal is to become a bartender, you get to that point where you understand, what are the nuances of being a busser or a host or a server, you know, or I know I was never a bouncer because I'm not like a huge fucking dude, but understanding the subtleties and the challenges of each of those positions, they interact with bartenders. You're not, again, you're not just on an island here. We're part of a team, we're part of a bigger business. So the more you can work through all that stuff, the more well-rounded you're going to be for the industry in general. But I wouldn't say to pass up an opportunity to become a bartender just because you want to do other stuff and work your way up, because you might, who knows how long it'll take to get that window open again. So if you can, jump straight in, even if you don't think you're ready. Like mine, I didn't know anything, had never even thought about being a bartender, and the bar manager just liked me because my friends worked there, and they said, hey, do you want to work here? Your friends will work here. We got a position. And I said, yeah, when you make me a bartender. He's like, all right, we got something coming open. And I just literally got thrown in the deep end and fucking figured it out. So don't worry about waiting until you think you're ready. Just go. Right. Steven Vargas says, nice cannabis angle. Yep. Good times, good times. Turn, thanks, bud. Thanks for the link, too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good one for you. Turn, you're a Turnt's an experienced guy, so if you guys see him making comments on here, he knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah, a little silent whisper, right? No, careless whisper, George Michael. Love it. Cannabis yoga travel props. Yeah, I've been fortunate in the way things have unfolded in my life. And really, and this is kind of a side tangent, sorry. The reason for that is because I've been unapologetic and very intentional about just going after what I want. So whether that's work, in my professional life, in my personal life, just not being afraid to know what you want and then go after it. So anyway, that's why I've kind of molded my life into what it is and has become. And it's just because I've just not been afraid to go, fuck you, this is what I'm going to do. So, and it always works out. Even if it seems like it's a really terrible you, if you know in your heart and in your gut, really, that it's the right call, it's the right goddamn call. All right. Vargas says, cannabis sales up, bat soap sales down. 100%. Them damn dirty bats. Turnt says, started out watching your videos years ago. Jason is a legend. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just sharing the love, man. Just sharing the love. Cool. All right. Got through those questions pretty well. What about you guys? How you guys doing? Hopefully you're surviving out there. Again, hopefully we have some support from our fucking crazy government that are all over the map. Hopefully they'll get us some cash in our pockets soon. That'd be nice. And yeah, those of you that have a little bit of experience, go to that usbgfoundation.org/BEAP, B-E-A-P, Bartender Emergency Assistance Program. There's a link that I put in here, so go check that out. So what else is going on? I mean, I guess there's all the coronavirus shit, which is just wild as fuck. Hopefully you guys are staying home listening to it. I know it's really annoying, but because it is my job now in the position that I'm in with this cannabis industry to be in touch, you know, one of my main jobs is communication, right? So I have to be reading all the updates across the board from all news outlets. This thing, most likely, any of you guys that get it, you're not gonna die, hopefully, but it will kick your fucking ass. I know a girl in town here who's a professional athlete. She's in her mid-20s and just a fucking thoroughbred of a human. And she got it, and it knocked her on her ass. Sent her to the hospital for several days. She has one of those like little granny fucking oxygen tanks that, you know, the one that your grandma used to have that goes up her nose and shit. She's in a mask. She's got one of those things. And this person's like fucking bulletproof. So anyway, my point is, be careful. The shit spreads really fucking easy. Even if you don't think you're sick, just everybody follow the rules, stay home, and hopefully we'll get over this as soon as possible. And then in the meantime, reminder for those of you who might have not been here from the beginning, there's a website that basically partners to this YouTube channel called bartendingblueprint.com. Actually, I should grab the link to it right here. And I used to, or I've sold a professional trainer. I basically have a professional bartender trainer membership on that website, and I have decided to make that free to the world to try to help people during these crazy coronavirus times. So that link right there, go sign up. There's nothing to sign up. I just took down all the gates, so you can just navigate right to it and start going through it. You'll find it's a lot of the stuff. It's all the stuff that's on this YouTube channel. There's a couple of extended versions of some of the videos and interviews on there, and it's organized in a logical fashion to help you. But that's all free for you guys. So go check that out. That's going to remain free probably forever. So I was thinking about doing that before all this shit went down, just because that's just kind of a side hustle, and this YouTube thing has gotten a little more traction anyway, so I'm just spending my time here, and so I've just decided to make that free, and hopefully it helps some of you guys out, so go take advantage of that. We got Crazy Christy, right? Had to get a #1 tattooed to my hand. Not apologize. No apologies. Nice. So I decided that this was a bad time to try my luck out as a bartender. Now at a marine diesel shop. Yeah, it's that's the tough thing about this, is it's a really hard time for everybody, really. Most fucking industries. But the service industry, with all the orders from the governors and governments and people around the country basically shutting down restaurants and bars, mandating that they're closed, obviously this is a really hard time for the industry. Now, when this stuff comes back open, which it will, we'll come through this hopefully late spring, summer, sometime around then, stuff will start to come back to normality. They're going to start opening their doors, and hopefully they're good people and they bring most of their, or all their staff back. If they all come back, there will be fallout, I bet. I bet there will be people that were like, yeah, I was fucking over that place anyway, and I don't want to go back. So it will be a good opportunity when they start opening bars in wherever you live. Pay attention to when they start opening up. Make sure you're ready to hit the ground running and knock on doors. The first fucking day they open bars back up. So I can understand you guys are probably bringing your staff back, but just in case there's anybody that didn't return, would love to drop my name in the hat for consideration to be a bartender at this establishment. I love this place. Yada, yada, yada. Right? So be ready to go for all that. All right. But yeah, it is tough timing. But it's also, in every tragedy there's opportunity. So just be ready to rock for all this stuff. Tony Ryder, I always wanted to be a bartender. Love watching your videos. Maybe I should consider becoming one. You have so much fun, it seems. It is a lot of fun, Tony. Most people that do this say this is the most fun job they've ever had. And it's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely super social. Expand your social circles immediately, overnight, tenfold. You know, you always have cash in your pocket, which is a good and a bad thing, because sometimes you have to be very disciplined about taking it and putting it in the bank and not going out and partying every night, or thinking that you have more money than you do and you buy surfboards if you're somebody like me. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of damn fun, for sure. And it opens a lot of doors. Like, the other cool thing about bartending is it's phenomenal for networking. I mean, I had so many opportunities and job offers and connections that you make just from working at your bar. It's crazy. I turned down quite a few more or less, super traditional career paths just because it's not stuff I was interested in. Sales wasn't really my thing. I did it for a little while and did really well, but it's just not really my personality. I had a lot of finance people for some reason. I don't know why. Bankers always wanted to fucking recruit me. So never did it, but anyway, it's a really good opportunity. Yeah, hell yeah, get through this and start slinging drinks soon. Cool. All right, you guys, I'm going to put maybe an early end to this one. So I'm going to give you a last call for questions now. So if you're hanging out watching, if you have a question that you would like to ask, throw it out. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up just a little bit early tonight. Remember, I'm going to have a new video coming out this week. Basically, it's going to kind of explain the free membership on bartendingblueprint.com. But I do have the bar rebuilt, so there's going to be new stuff coming out soon for you guys. And this live stream stuff has been fantastic because it's been great for me to talk to you guys over this past year, basically, while this whole transition has happened for me in my life, from bartending in San Diego to now relocating up here in Oregon, and making a job switch and not really having a place where I could build this until just recently. So it's been great to talk to you guys, and it's going to give me kind of a different angle on. I'm going to continue to do the traditional, because everybody loves the drink recipe videos, because everybody still thinks that that's what they need to know. So I'm going to make those so that you have them, and it also just helps me find those people that might be a little bit lost out there thinking they just need to learn drinks. I can kind of catch them with some drink recipe videos, and then go like, that's great, but here is actually kind of what you need to know. And talking to you guys over this last year has given me a lot of insight about the concerns that you have. And so hopefully I'll be able to address those a little more succinctly in the videos moving forward on this channel. Crazy Christy, thank you for sharing that on Facebook. Appreciate it. Which reminds me, make sure you follow on all the social media stuff at Bartending Pro. Mostly it's on here, YouTube, and I'm trying to do a better job on Instagram. It's funny, actually, for my job, I'm the main social media guy, and I live on that fucking platform. And so when I'm not doing that for work, I just try to shut it out and not do it. But I'm gonna just, trying to do a better job on Instagram for Bartending Pro, just because it's good to talk to you guys. So make sure you follow along. So, Matt Suin, what up? Already got the Bartending Pro membership. Oh, so that's the other thing. Good, thank you for reminding me. If you bought the membership the month of March, right, and this is going to be in the video that I'm going to post this week explaining this. If you bought it anytime this month, because that's really when all the shit hit the fan for the coronavirus stuff, then if you send me support, I'm going to put it up right here. Support at bartendingblueprint.com. If you send me an email to that email right there, then I will give you a refund if you like. So again, that's just the month of March, because if I go too far past that, then my wife will fucking kill me because it'll cost me too much money. But if you bought a membership anytime in the month of March and you want a refund, then shoot me an email and I will refund you for your membership. And if you bought it before March, then still shoot me an email and I'll try to figure out how I can help you beyond that. Try to do a little extra something for you. So there you go. Make sure you go to, again, let me drop this link right here. I'll do it one more time. Right there. Free membership for you, for everyone. Spread the word. Appreciate it. That's my little way to hopefully give back and help you guys. I love you all. Thank you for coming out, supporting, just by being here watching. and watching the videos on the YouTube channel. You support me, so I appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell thingy so that you get notifications anytime you have new videos coming out. And remember, I do these live streams every Tuesday, 6:30 Pacific Standard, West Coast United States time. So that's 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going across the country. Every Tuesday. All right, you guys, that'll do it. Thank you again for showing up. I'm Jason. My man Shake is moderating, although he kind of fell out because of bad connection. This has been making you a bartending pro. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Stay safe and healthy, you guys. Wish you best of luck. Cheers.